Howdy, this is Cindy with Brett and Cindy's Tea and Living with another lesson learned, this time from the yard, not so much the garden. This is our privacy fence, or what I call the privacy fence. It's a greens, I don't know, kind of a green tree line kind of thing. We had bush here, and it started growing up so bad. Yeah, my neighbor's mowing. Actually, I think that's my son. Yep, my son's mowing our daughter's land property over. So maybe y'all can hear me over it. But this is our privacy, kind of knock the sound off the house from the factory. And we had this whole thing from the mailbox to the tree was just green. Every time, by this time of the year, this whole area was just solid green when we planted. And over time, weeds started growing up. Now, I didn't keep it weeded, because up till, I guess, this year, I really hadn't helped Brett much in the yard. I'd mow and stuff, but not this kind of thing. When you're trying to make things look good, look nice, and gardening and all that stuff. And I'm out here pulling all these weeds. There's this vine that stretches from this tree all the way down to the mailbox. And I'm in here pulling these weeds out. And I'm pulling these weeds out. And then, I mean, they even come across here. You're going to go up the side of the house. Okay, rabbit trail. Here's our fence that we built. Yeah, my old busted up garden bin I got to repair. Oh. But that's a fence we put up, kind of keep people away from bongo. But anyways, this is where we put our garbage cans. I got to rebuild my container for my garbage cans and stuff. But I'm pulling the weeds, and I'm pulling the vines, and I'm cutting and trimming and pulling, and I was like, Lord, keep me safe from anything that's going to hurt me in this thing. Because I really thought any moment I would find a snake. So the lesson I have learned is be mindful of what you're doing. Keep your eyes on what you're doing and pay attention. Now, this isn't the first time the Lord's told me to stay focused. You know, it's kind of funny, this being 2020, that's kind of the theme that we have, most of the people this year, and a lot of churches and stuff has gone with. Spirit focused, focus on the family, you know, because it's 2020, perfect vision and stuff. And I'm here pulling weeds, jerking things out. Brett comes home from work and he says, honey, I'd help you, but you know I can't pull poison oak. And he goes, I remember there was some in here. I'm like, I don't know. By this point, I'm like here, where this, almost where that stone up is by the time he comes home. So now, the lesson is to stay focused on what you're doing, because even though I know exactly what poison oak looks like, as you can see, I did not pay attention. He looked at me and he smiled and he said, you've got poison oak on your face and on your arms. I've got some. I haven't figured out yet how I got it on my back of my shoulder. I figured because I was pulling these weeds and I was crawling in and out of this thing, I got some on my back too. I kind of covered a little bit in poison oak right now. So I'm like, lesson learned. He said, you do realize that vine you've got a hold of right now is the poison oak, right? I'm like, wasn't really paying attention to it, no. But you're right, it is. I wasn't paying attention to what I was grabbing a hold of. I was just grabbing and pulling because I wanted this thing done. I had spent the whole day on it, and I was working and working and working. I wanted this thing to look nice again. It does, but I don't. It looks 1,000% better. I mean, I really like the outcome. And he goes, well, I guess if it's worth it, all right. So I'm kind of trying to keep my distance a little bit from him because he is highly allergic to poison oak. I'm not so much, but apparently I got into it enough that it kind of broke my face out, broke my arms out. I had on gloves, so at least my hands didn't get hit. And on top of that, I got bug bites because I got so hot doing it. Apparently the off that I wear did not stay on. Of course, I make a little joke. One year at youth camp, one of the kids said, Miss Cindy, you smell good. What kind of cologne are you wearing? I said, oh, it's the latest and greatest for when you're outside all the time. I call it Eau Fay. They said, where'd you get Eau Fay from? And I hand up my can of off. They went, that's off. I said, yeah, like I said, it's Eau Fay. That's my cologne, Eau Fay. In the summertime, I have to put it on or I get eat up. But it was worth it. But it's kind of one of those, you need to pay attention to what you're getting your hands on. You need to watch what you're doing. I didn't, and now I'm kind of covered in little bumps. It's going away pretty good. This cream Brett got was really good. It's not calamine, but it's something in the family of it. And it's really nice. Was it worth it? Yeah, a little discomfort was worth it. But I could have avoided the discomfort of the poison oak if I'd have kept my eyes focused on what I was doing more than being in a hurry to get the job done. And I think sometimes we do that. We get in such a big hurry to get the job done, or such a big hurry living our lives, that we forget to stay focused on what our purpose really is. And that is to share the love of God with everybody. So, lesson to learn from the yard today: don't get so busy that you forget to show the light of Jesus to those around you. And don't get so focused on getting things done that you miss what's coming up behind you. Poison oak can be my enemy, kind of getting all over me. And if we get too busy with our lives, just like I didn't pay attention to that being poison oak, we don't pay attention to the enemy sneaking in and stealing our joy, stealing our hope, and robbing us of the basic things that are what God is trying to give us, and the blessings of the Lord. So I guess the lesson I learned from the yard today is, don't get too busy trying to get things done that I don't see the harm around me. Maybe that's what God is trying to teach me. Because I said in one of the other videos I've made about lesson on crabgrass, the crabgrass prepared me for whatever those vines were. Brett called it a creeper. Carolina creeper, Virginia creeper, or something like that. I don't know. I just know it was the hardest thing I had ever dealt with. And I was so busy dealing with it, I'd never paid attention that one of those vines, it wasn't one of those creeping vines. It was poison oak. So, pay attention. Be observant. Because God just might be able to use you to touch someone else. I believe in you. Have a blessed and glorious day. Thank you for watching.